everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making kimchi. So we'll be making, this is gonna be 3 separate videos because if I put it in all in one video, you're gonna get confused. So I'm gonna make 3 different types of kimchi. Then we're gonna make 깍두기. 깍두기 is made with Korean radish, and it's so delicious. You're gonna love it. Usually it goes really well with some kind of noodle or soup, or bone broth, but like, you know, obviously it's vegan, so so for the 깍두기, we're going to need some daikon. So this is Korean daikon or Korean radish. We call it 무. No, not the sound that the cow makes, but it's similar. That's moo. This is moo. So with the moo, we're going to slice it into 1-inch cubes. So you can slice it this way if you wanted to, like that. And then just cut these into 1-inch cubes. These particular ones I found at the grocery store, the Korean store, and it's from Jeju Island. It's so sweet. There's hardly any water in this one. Or if you wanted to go a little, I just thought about doing it this way because my mom usually does it the short way. But if you wanted to do bunch at one time, I would just cut it long like this into 1-inch pieces. And then kind of like cut it like this. Lay it on top of each other. I think it's easier. So I have, this is about 6 pounds of moo. Okay, so we're gonna take this, put it into a bigger container, and then I'm gonna add about half a cup of salt. And we're gonna let this sit here like this and draw out some of that moisture. So I'm also going to add a little bit of water. Just enough so that the salt will start to melt. And then I'm going to leave this for about an hour. So in half an hour, I'm going to toss it again so that the bottom ones will come up to the top. For the 깍두기, we're going to add 1 bunch of green onion. We're gonna slice it into about 1-inch pieces, kind of like the same length of the 깍두기. Then we have 1 cup of gochugaru, chili powder. Then we have half a cup of garlic. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. If you watched my vegan kimchi video with the Napa cabbage, instead of fish sauce, I make broth out of shiitake mushroom and the kelp. So about 2 quarts of water, I add 6 mushrooms, dried mushrooms, and about 4 ounces of kelp. And so you kind of like simmer that and it makes this really nice broth. So from that broth, I only need about 2 cups of it to make my slurry. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of the broth, and this has been chilled down. So when I add my sweet rice flour, 찹쌀가루, it won't seize up on me. So I'm gonna add about half cup of sweet rice flour. And then we're gonna whisk this. And we're gonna cook it right on the stove top. We're also gonna add about half a cup of onions, sliced about 1 inch thick, like the size of the 깍두기. And we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of salt. So when this comes to a boil, we're gonna cool it down a little and then put it into our paste. The paste is a little stiff, so I'm gonna add more of my broth to it. And then I have an ice bath here. We're gonna chill it in the ice bath before adding it to our spice mixture to make a paste. It smells good. It smells like really savory mochi. It basically is. It's like a loose mochi. Okay, our paste has cooled down enough. Going to mix this up. You could smell this. So good. So excited. Okay, so for the 깍두기, it's been about an hour. I'm gonna drain this water. And I'm not gonna wash this. I'm gonna put all my seasoning in here. It's like putting gloves on a wet hand is like the worst. I busted many gloves trying to put on a wet hand. But what you gonna do, right? Get all the seasoning gonna just mix this in. This is one of my favorites. I love 깍두기. And then when you have really sour kimchi, this is best eaten when it's sour because it's the radish. When it's fresh, when it gets pickled all the way and it gets really sour, I think that's when it has the best flavor. So you can take this and kind of like chop it up really fine and put it into fried rice. Oh, this is so delicious as fried rice. So even though the paste was a little thick, what's gonna happen is that as the radish kind of like ferments, water's gonna come out and it's gonna break down. What the starch in here actually does in the kimchi is that's when the probiotics in here are mostly from garlic. The garlic has a lot of good bacteria in there, so it will feed off of the starch when it ferments. You know, the sweet rice flour, and the rice flour will break down. It won't be as thick like this as it ferments because the good bacteria, they're eating all the starch as food. So I'm gonna taste one. I mean, this tastes good just as it is right now because the Jeju mu is like Jeju-do's mu is like really sweet. So good. So this also I'm gonna keep out for a day. Samantha's gonna hate me because my house is gonna smell like kimchi. She's gonna stay in one of the guest rooms where away from the kitchen, you know. She cracks me up. And she's the boss. She lets you know that she's the boss. So the 깍두기, I'm not gonna worry too much about leaving a gap on top because there's a lot of gap in the whole container because there's a lot of spaces in between. So if you don't want to spill all over your counter, bring your jar close to the mouth of jar mouth on top of the container and just put it in like this. I'm so excited. I want to eat this now, but it will taste the best when it ages. So excited. I made some rice and I'm gonna eat the kimchi. Oh. Screw it. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in my mouth. It's so creamy. I never thought I would describe a kimchi as creamy. but it tastes like avocado and kimchi. It's good. Age, but it is sweet. I can eat it. so good. The flavor of the bok choy goes well with the avocado. See, I'm eating the whole bowl just with the kimchi. That's the power of good kimchi. You can just eat it with rice. Let's go. I ate it all. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Fresh kimchi tastes really good because when you make it, you know, it has that allure, the freshness, but then when it ages, it has another sort of it's like finding a mate for long term. At first it's so fresh, young, delicious. Then as you guys age together, you kind of like develop flavors, you know, kind of like you mellow out. Anyway, that's cheesy, but yeah. And I'll post it together. So this is gonna be 3 videos separately on each type of kimchi. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and press the like, subscribe, share it with all your friends. Like a broken record, the more you like this video, YouTube will show it to more people. And okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye.